Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And this one does not go far. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. J.K. Scott on to put a charge into this one. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. If he does that again here, they should be winners.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Hubbard on the give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play.
Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. No return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Throwing on first is Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. First and 10, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. Third down. Herbert throwing again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. They're out and set, first and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Offense to the line for second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Hubbard again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Their punter making his way out now. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. Now a give to Edwards, running left. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now they turn to their rookie from Georgia for the first time. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He finds McConkey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Edwards. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Herbert from the gun. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand. When you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Panthers set to take the field. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready, cut.
Here's Young to throw. Looking for a target. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go. Switch, yellow, line.
It's Hubbard off the option. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Young to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's complete to Leggett. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. He's contained at the line for no gain. Christian Fulton the one to bring him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go. Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Chargers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental, not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Herbert on 1st down. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Dobbins gets it off the option. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jadeveon Clowney on that stop. We have an injured player down there, and with his history, we really hope this is nothing serious. It is J.K. Dobbins who was hurt on that one. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So now pause for an injured player, and this is a big one. It is Justin Herbert who's in some pain. He's being attended to after that play. J.K. Scott on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Panthers football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. Out of the gun, Young. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First throw for the backup now. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Sticking with Edwards here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jadeveon Clowney on that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Short side option here. He's running left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Chargers in possession. Running behind center with Edwards. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Stick to throw. Chased out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. 2nd and 3. Throw complete to Thielen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Young working from the gun. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Trying again following the sack. This is reeled in by Legent. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. On 3rd down, it's Young. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you down the East Coast. Not everyone.